Hello there, wrestling fans. Welcome to another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I'm your host, Joe the Panther, the third. Jeez, what's wrong with me today? Must be that anti-Helen spell again. But man, we have a young lady she's flying into the atmosphere. I mean, ballet flying into the atmosphere. Let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome to the Black Swan. Welcome.
Thank you. I am honored to be here, truly.
Yes, awesome. It's the internationally known Dudes at Ringside. And so, Black Swan, if my internationally known fans are not familiar with you, and why would they not be, introduce yourself.
All right. Bonjour. Hello, everybody. I am Zoe Dubois, a.k.a. Black Swan. I am the next up-and-coming dancing star of wrestling, bringing grace and destruction all in one.
Awesome. So, Black Swan, Zoe, who trained you?
So I got trained at Dark Arts under Super Beast and Cal Jack. He used to go by Cal Bishop back in his old day. Funny story of getting started of this all, if you don't mind. Cal Jack kind of found me out of nowhere and asked if I wanted to join, and I said yes, and I started training, and I got trained by those two especially.
Awesome. So, what kind of advice did your trainer give you that you put into your wrestling style now?
So, because he found me when I was still in my dance company, because I was dancing with a professional dance company for 7 years called Contemporary West Dance Theater, he liked my athleticism and my ability to move. So, and me finding Black Swan, I already had this character behind me, and I already had a little bit of a knowledge of who I wanted to be. So he was like, okay, you have who you are. You just are asking to be taught how to wrestle. So he basically has told me to never lose who I am, because it's not the wrestling moves that impresses the people. It's the meaning behind it that impresses the people. Because we've seen clotheslines thousands of times. We've seen soup.
Well, Black Swan is still here. Everybody, don't worry. She's still here. She's
Thousands of times. We've seen strike combo. There you go. But because you've seen it move so many times, what's going to make the difference between one person to another?
So let's go back to what was your energy like in your very first match?
I was anxious. I was motivated. I was definitely, my first debut was in this past September, actually a couple days after my birthday. So I was a shy little lad.
It's okay. Fans, it's okay. She's still here.
It's always, is it a challenge? But it was definitely a learning experience, because my match, we had so much credential behind it, and I had so much character. I went up against Red Man, so you have creepy guy, clown going against me, the seeker of darkness. So the difference between the two looked like it was out of some spooky, scary story of two mythical creatures going against each other. But I was, after like halfway through, I knew that I could do it. And once my match ended, I was in awe. I was so happy that it made me realize, like, I can do this. I can accomplish whatever this life is going to take me now.
Awesome. So with you doing your ballet, like, was it you or your trainer that gave you that idea with the cool, dark, scary Black Swan character?
It was I would say it's a combination of both, because my trainers, they included a lot of kicks and flexible moves um, in my curriculum, because I had the agility to do it. And I've been dancing for about 20, hold on, 20 years. I've been dancing for 20 years. And I started with ballet. Ballet, tap, and jazz were my main three components of growing up. And then I broadened my horizon. But I've always wanted to be a prima ballerina, always, with the pancake tutus and everything. And I had a chance to be in a pancake tutu and the point shoes, but those girls are little thin compared to me. So it was a little bit challenging for me, and I never got the chance to be a prima ballerina. And the Black Swan, she is an antagonist for one of the big ballets of Swan Lake. So I'm like, oh, this is a great way for me to have my prima moment, just a little more aggressive with it.
So, do you prefer being a heel character in all your shows, or like a face or neutral?
I prefer myself to be an anti-hero in a way. I'm not one that will, scream huzzah when I cheer on. I'm here to entrance the audience. I'm here to move the audience, and I'm here to crush my opponent, whoever it is. Um, Now, because I am a mythical creature, one of my entrance monologues is, I'm the bewitcher of hearts. So I want you to be completely memorized by me and my moves and whatnot. I don't want you to be shocked. I just want you to have no words, because you're so in tune of what I'm doing and what's going to happen next.
Awesome. So, what is your like week of a wrestling show like? Like, what is it? What does it like go like? Like, what is it? What do you? How do you build your week up before a show? What is your training regimen?
The set into it. Well, I still take ballet classes, so I'm still a dancer at heart, because you can't be the Black Swan without any ballet moves. But with that, I am trying to seek out more information of how to talk with my body and not my voice. Because even if I am going to be more angry or more vicious in the ring, I don't want to just be one of the people who just yells in the ring for 10 seconds and pops a vein or boulders their eye out because they're screaming so hard. I want the agility of my body to say, like, okay, I'm gonna crush you, and Sophie and so forth. So I use a lot of mental breaks and times to use ballet, and also dissect who Zoe Dubois is, the Black Swan, and how, like, what's her favorite food, what does she like to do for fun, what's her favorite hobbies, what is something that she cannot stand, like developing a whole alter ego and diving more into that aspect
She even
instead
got
of.
me wearing. She got her character got me to wear my black shirt today. I was like, I gotta blend in the character. I was like,
And
even
you
got
got
the
the
gray
red.
sleeves.
You have
See?
the red frames, to match the red eyes. So we're here for
Yes.
it.
This is my trademark, my red glasses. So like that's my favorite thing. Red glasses, little black hat, my polo, either any color. It's like what's her name from Clueless? Like you push the button on the closet.
Oh, and
And it's like all you see is polos, and like polos go by. What polo do I want to wear today? It's like the picture of me like this, and it's like
just
this, and it's like no, no. Oh, I like that shirt, and then I. It's like I do this, and he goes. He goes on me.
match
I'm like,
today.
I need to put that. I need to make that video for my intro, like Clueless style. Mom, Dad,
Seriously.
my dad's go to his hands. Dad, can you make my closet one of those rotating closets? No, I'm stupid. I'd go to grab it and I'd get stuck. So I'd be like, ah, I
And
get
you'll
stuck.
just be in it, just going back and forth.
Dad, get me out. I'm stuck. In the closet. He's like, that doesn't sound right. Oh, thanks, Dad. Stuck. So, what is like your go-to food, like beef after a wrestling show, you would say?
Ooh, tacos.
Ooh. What
Street
kind of
tacos.
tacos? There's billions of different types of tacos.
If they have it, tacos de lengua.
Ooh, let's explain to our like taco lovers, but they're not familiar with like the Spanish, like they don't really speak of the with the tongue. You know what I mean? That
Well, you hit it right on the spot. Tacos de lengua is cow tongue. Actually,
ooh,
for tacos, it's a little bit on the chewy part. You add some salsa and some other zhuzhes up to it, and it becomes really good. But yeah, that's one of my favorite. But street tacos, they're always my go-to. You can never go wrong with them.
there's a truck near my sister's house in Brooklyn that I learned about when she started living there with her wife. And man, oh man, every time I go to their house, I'm like, can I go to the truck? She's like, Randy, really? Every time. I'm like, it's a taco truck. I'm excited.
You can't get it at a restaurant. You need to get it at a truck because that's when
Yeah,
you
and it's also they have that really bad taco place everybody knows about up the block with the bell, and then they have the other one that doesn't have a refrigerator. That one.
in
That guy. Yeah.
Brooklyn. We fancy in Vegas. We all desperate times.
Do you know Jenny Santana? She's from Vegas.
I do.
That's one of my homies. When you speak to her, tell her Joe Panther the Third had you on the podcast. She's a 3-timer. She's been on Dudes at Ringside 3 times.
Man, I gotta catch up.
Yes, she came on the OG version of Dudes at Ringside under representing UWW. That's based in Vegas. Yes.
Wow.
We love the UWW here on Dudes at Ringside. They're a family. They are family. They're big time family to me and my former co-host. So, Zoe, do you collect anything?
For wrestling gimmicks, I'm afraid I do not. I do have a collection of pressed pennies.
Ooh, like flat ones like you get like at every. Say, have you been to the East Coast yet? Like New York, New Jersey, Connecticut side yet?
I have. I have not gotten. I've only gotten to New York, and I got. Oh, where was it? No, that's a lie. I was in Philly, and I got one at the Franklin's Science Institution Museum because I'm a sucker for museums. So I
A
went
lot of
there.
good ones here in New York. Lots of good ones here.
True, that is true.
Art. We got the History Museum. We have Yankee Stadium. That's kind of like a museum. um, I, the Ghostbusters Firehouse. That's a museum. That's been there for years and
That's
stuff like that.
cool. We
Yeah,
have
I've been to that 3 times. That place is beautiful. And I
really.
go to Yankee Stadium because I'm a diehard fan, so I know about the stadium.
You gotta represent.
Yeah, represent the BX, even though they're not playing very good this year. But do you play any like video games or do you like movies?
Yes and yes. I am a sucker for my PC games. I'm waiting for the new Creed to come out, and I am super excited about that. Movies. I am a connoisseur for my family. We growing up, we used to play movie games, as in we would play the soundtrack to the movie, and we would have to guess where the movie is from, what movie is the song from, who the composer is, and then a bonus if you knew the title of the name of the song. So we would feel ourselves on Hans Zimmer and who is it? Danny Elfman and all the bang, and it was always so fun. And we would be like, "Hey, we know that actor from that one," but definitely a sucker for movies.
Awesome. Is there any other state or country that you would like to travel to that you haven't been to yet?
I have not. Ooh, for wrestling, I have not gone out of the country yet, and I would love to go anywhere. I would love to go to Mexico soon to do some lucha shows. I think that would give me a new
You would
challenge.
pop. You would
I
pop in Mexico.
I
Just
think
see
that
they do you do one ballet thing across the ring. They're gonna be like,
I think that would be super fun. But on my bucket list, I want to go to Italy.
If you ever go and you bump into Camila, tell her Joe
We might
Panther
have
the
to
Third.
tag.
Joe, you just have to say Joe Panther the Third says cat, 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 because she barely speaks any English, so she speaks a lot of Italian. She'll have to tell her friend that usually with her is Emily. She's a scary character with like white and red dreadlocks and like red eye. You'll be like, Emily, Camila, I know Joe Panther the Third. Emily's gonna be like, oh my god, I love Joe. Camila's gonna be like, cat. Yes.
My hookup, yeah.
Yep. Um, my last question for you. If there was any young male or female that wanted to get into the wrestling business, what kind of advice would you give them?
Be true to yourself, as cheesy as it is, because with the wrestling business, there are a lot of good people in it, and I have met only good people, which I am greatly appreciative for. But I've definitely heard that there are some divas in there, and some people that would run over your shoe and just say that it was some dirt that flew over it. So I'll definitely say, if you're gonna do it, fly to the moon, go crazy, and dance among the stars, because it is a dream that no one would ever think about. But when you're there, it is free falling, and it's an experience that I'm still learning about, and being so grateful for any and every opportunity that I get.
Awesome.
Mhm.
I want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Was my pleasure, and definitely put it in your book. When we're done recording, we're gonna work on a date for October. I know that's a little far, but I'm Joe Panther the Third,
I am Black Swan, Zoe Dubois.
and we will catch you in the next one.